Hey you guys, I've seen into Keith's future, but can I Photoshop it into reality?
This isn't like to make fun of me, right?
No. Let's give it a try. Welcome to Try Every Day. We are trying something new every day this month, and we hope you try new things too. Today is a good old-fashioned Photoshop prank battle.
Zack and I love to make little Photoshops of each other, but we haven't done it in so long. We thought this is the perfect opportunity. Also, there's a dog here today.
These are Photoshops we've made of each other's dreams come true. And we also have some Photoshops from you, the Second Try community. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, well for my first Photoshop, I know a dream of Keith's. And that is to be a hot man.
Oh.
And specifically,
you got me pegged.
One very specific hot man. We were driving in the car the other day, and Keith saw a billboard for a movie starring John Krasinski and Natalie Portman. And he said something that I thought was kind of crazy. Oh, that's like my crush and Becky's crush, and Becky looks like Natalie Portman, and I look like John Krasinski. So I wanted to make that dream come true for him. This is Keith Krasinski-burger.
Wow, look at me. Yeah, that's a good looking guy right there.
So we gave you the hair. What I love looking between the two of these, I also made your skin paler.
Yeah, I had to match it.
I replaced the license plate with a Keith license plate, and I've also found a Heart Keith decal. We should sell those.
Yeah, we should. I think this looks really good. I mean, I'm obviously handsome. My face, I didn't realize my face is so much bigger than John's. If you flip back and forth between them, it seems like, I think you did a great job, and I think you're showing me the same photo.
So you think you look like John Krasinski?
Well, Becky thinks I have some qualities that match. The hair, I wish I had his hair. His hair's gorgeous. He's got Hollywood money hair. I got YouTube money hair.
So Zack, you don't see it at all? Now that you said it, like I can see it a little bit.
Yeah, wow, how about that? Look who's actually the dummy. Comments, light them up! Light them up! Oh! Okay, well, I wanted to bring one of your dreams to life, but it's actually a continuation of a dream you've already started. May I have the mouse, please? Now, Zack, we all know that you as a child were on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So what if they had cast you that day and you would have lived an entire career in SNL? Now, obviously, you'd want to be a part of the most viral moment of SNL. So let's start there. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually that's not a Photoshop. That's just a time that I thought you were on SNL. It turns out that was somebody playing you.
I still own that shirt and I don't know what to do with it.
But let's see an episode that stars Zack Kornfeld. Obviously, you gotta do your monologue. Gotta get out there. I found this beautiful suit that you thought was a good look on you. And I imagine you would wear this if you could host SNL. But in the monologue, it's pretty short. It's always charming, and everyone loved you in it. But you wanted to hit some of the classic sketches, like a little Wayne's World. Now, I was astonished at how much this works.
This absolutely is a true dream. How could this not be the dream?
Yeah, this is the real dream. Of course, I would never let you be in this sketch without me. So there we are. We're Wayne's World.
Kind of works a little too well.
It works too well. My face really is horrific. This is an old photo of me from like 13 years ago. But Zack looks good as Dana Carvey. Now, of course, we want to see you in some other famous sketches. David Pumpkins.
And there I am.
There you are. There's you as James Charles and you from our Monster video.
I also didn't realize that was me.
Those are both different Zack Kornfelds, and of course I am David Pumpkins because I am sort of the David Pumpkins of the group.
So in my dream, you're the star of this sketch.
Yeah, but there's two of you.
That's cool.
So 2 times the Zack. But again, like I said at the beginning, you would want to be a part of the most viral moments of SNL. So this is actually us photoshopped onto them playing us. And it photoshops you really easily, actually.
Yeah, does it?
That means they did a good job typecasting, because I was able to Photoshop as really, honestly, mine is the most seamless. They did a good job with the body double.
Well, we have more dreams for each other, but I want to see some of these fan dreams.
We have no context for these, so let's just dive in. Is this you in The Shining?
She's a little on the nose.
So this is Here's Johnny, but it is Here's Bobby.
Here's Bobby.
This is really good. Shout out to Sarah for photoshopping this. Honestly, Bobby could be a horror icon.
If somehow you don't know the lore behind this, this is Zack post hair surgery where his entire head became swollen. Let's see what's next. Oh.
We can't show that.
Dang, this is good. Wow. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. We can keep this our reaction in if we don't say anything, and we'll just blur this whole image because wow. I mean, it's well done.
Shout out to Cameron. A nightmare.
Good job, Cameron. This one's entitled Kylo Keith.
Oh, this is certainly Becky's dream because she's got a big Adam Driver kink, don't we all?
Can we print this out in full poster resolution? Because I know exactly where this is going.
I really appreciate the detail of having Keith's glasses over the hair and the scar down your face.
I think this is excellent.
Now, we made a video the other day where Keith and I got to see each other's bodies. We got to explore all of each other. You know, bodies are all the same, but there's something about my body and Keith's body that's a little different. Keith has a hood, whereas perhaps I let the top down. And I know that for as much as he likes to talk about his pride there, Keith really dreams that he too could be circumcised. So I made that dream come true, buddy.
Wow. There's a lot happening here.
So this is me finally giving you the procedure of a lifetime.
I do fear that eventually Try Every Day will come to this. The other things you've done to me and will do to me, I think this is realistic depending on the subscriber growth. So that's a good time to remind you to subscribe to the channel. If this is the type of stuff you want to see, let us know. I like that, unlike in the painting, you did me a nice service with how much area you felt you needed to blur.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that's a big amount you needed to blur, and we all know why. Zack, I know that if you weren't doing this, you want to be a rock star.
Truly, more than anything, I would give this all up to just have an inkling of musical talent.
You spent your entire life going to concerts. You love rock concerts, but you have a band that is your favorite. Now, we all know that that band is Vampire Weekend. And I think your dream is to be them.
This is really bad Photoshop.
It's really bad. What I lack in skill, I make up for in storytelling. But obviously, Zack, the reason this isn't very good is because you don't want to be them. You want to be a part of them.
Wow.
You want to be in the group. You want to work alongside, sing alongside, be with them. Also, not only that, you love horror movies. You wish they were vampires. Just like you. You all could be vampires together. And not just that, Zack. You want to be romantically involved. You want to give them all a little kiss.
This is too dumb.
And that's it.
Let's go back to the fan photoshops and see what we got here.
This is good. This is better than mine. This is amazing.
If you showed me this, I would have assumed this is yours.
This is excellent.
Elisa, wonderful work. Yeah, I dream of being in a field with other versions of myself, with Keith shining down above us, Sun Daddy raining down upon me.
This is beautiful. This is a dream. This is a dream.
Do you know one of my old neighbors auditioned as a baby to be the Teletubby son? Wow. He got a callback to be the Teletubby son. Now, he didn't get it.
Tough.
So he's not that cool.
That's really young to be a loser. You know, being a baby loser, that sucks.
All right, next up from Elizabeth.
This is good. This is well done. But why? I'm sure there's a face of you going,
There absolutely is. I've done the scream. I also don't know what part of me dreams to be in the scream.
you don't want to be famous art?
I guess, yeah, I would love to be a piece of art.
A famous piece of art.
And finally,
This is Yassified Zack.
from Katie.
This is just This might be the best one.
It's absolutely my dream. Do you think I could just start submitting this as my headshot?
I think you should.
I think.
Should we start sending this to times where like there's articles about us? We should just take this photo and like, Zack Kornfeld of the Try Guys is doing this new project. Look at that hair.
What if we start, like, next time we get a write-up, we send a Photoshop where I have too much hair and your eyes are a little too close together.
Yeah. Honestly, to start trolling publications with our photos, because they'll print whatever you send them. This gave us a great idea.
This is exquisite work.
Wow. That was really good. Those are some great fan submissions. There were several we couldn't show because they were intense.
We have one more from each of us, and I have a feeling that yours is going to be another journey.
It's not. This is a one-hit wonder.
Okay.
This is a single joke. Now, Zack, you famously are known for having the structural integrity of uncooked pasta.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, Big Pasta thinks you're the weak one. This is Zack Sketty, spaghetti with the structural integrity of Zack Kornfeld. And as you can see, it's a pile of wheat. Got you, loser! You're nothing!
Zack Sketty, and it tastes bad.
Gotta check the details.
Bro, you roasted my ass.
Because there used to be spaghetti on that fork, and now it's sand.
And now, curious, is there a version of this where this box of spaghetti is giving little kisses to Ezra and the rest of Vampire Weekend?
I'm glad you asked. No, I wish.
Keith, you've gotten to live out many of your fantasies on this channel. I'd say your favorite thing is finding doppelgangers of yourself. And one time on a show of ours, Trolley Problems, I let you live out the fantasy of having Grant, a Keith doppelganger, suck your toes. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that that was played as a nightmare, but it was a dream, a wish fulfillment for you.
Sure.
But I thought that wasn't enough, because Grant got to suck your toes, but you never got to suck Grant's toes. Mm-hmm. And really, if we're talking...
Didn't I? In the anniversary special.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't I? I did.
You're right.
I did suck Grant's toes.
You did suck Grant's toes.
I sucked Grant's toes. Now let's see your Photoshop.
No,
let's check it out. Let's check it out. Because you said it's something I've never done before. Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
No, you're right. If I had you sucking Grant's toes, that would be redundant.
Yeah.
Which is why I instead had you suck the toes of every Keith doppelganger there is all at once.
Wow! My boys! Also, one of them's me.
So what we have here is Keith's mouth, open, ready, wanting, waiting, sucking all 10 piggies of Grant O'Brien, Hank Green, Ross Bryant, who I've only met once, and honestly, I don't know him well enough to make this joke. And of course, Keith would love nothing more than to put his own piggies in his mouth. This is the Quattro Keith.
Wow. Amazing. Also, I gotta say, that photo of Hank, beautiful.
He's looking good.
Wow, look at him. He looks good. You did Grant dirty. Grant is actually just making the exact face I'm making.
Well, those were our dreams. Honestly, nice to see how you think of me.
Yeah, back at you.
Well, this was our Photoshop prank battle. We look forward to doing this again. That's something we tried. What's something you've been trying this week?
Hi, my name's Madison, and I'm gonna be trying stilt walking today. I'm currently on my stilts right now. I used to be a circus performer. I'm no longer in the circus, and I haven't touched my stilts in about 2 to 3 years. So yeah,